Okay. All right. So it's just waiting. Okay. Apologize for that. Okay. For those who are following on YouTube, I think I forgot to click the go live. All right. So apologize for that. Once again, for those who are following us on YouTube. Okay, this is this evening we're doing hymn number 51. Okay, Arise, the Master Calls. Okay, written by Mary Brown and composed by Charles H. Gabriel. All right, so as I was going to say, probably for this 2 months, okay, we'll be looking at hymns that call us to work. All right, especially of course in particular in the area of evangelism. All right, so Arise, the Master Calls. Let's look at the hymn in its entirety. Arise, the Master calls. Arise, the Master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. The noble ranks of volunteers are daily growing everywhere, but still there's work for millions more than for the field prepare. Okay, verse 2. Go seek the lost and erring ones who never knew the Lord. Go, lead them from the ways of sin, and thou shalt have reward. Go out into the hedges, where the careless drift upon the tide, and from the highways bring them in. Let no one be denied. And the last verse. The message bear to distant lands beyond the rolling sea. Go tell them of a Saviour's love, the Lamb of Calvary. Arise, the Master calls for thee, salvation full and free proclaim, till every kindred, tribe, and tongue exalt the Saviour's name. And the chorus. Arise, arise, the Master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Arise, the field is white, the days are going by. Awake, awake, and answer, here am I. All right, now let's sing the first verse. Okay, apologize for that. Let me just try that again. From dust of God, created man. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, really apologize for that. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, that's the things when you try to do something new.
Master calls for thee, the harvest days.
I think it's working. Sorry, just give me a sec. Okay, sorry about that. I think it should be working now.
Arise, the Master calls for thee, the harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. The noble ranks of volunteers are daily bursting everywhere. Arise, arise, therefore the field prepare. Arise, 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 the Master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Arise, the field is wide, and days are going by. Arise, awake, 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 and answer, here am I.
Okay, I'm so sorry about this, and I hope. Apologize for that again. Something that's we experience something new every day. Okay, so finally we're here. Arise, the Master calls, right? So as mentioned, this song was written by Mary Brown. Okay, she's actually an unusually gifted woman with literary talent. Okay, and as it's actually a member of the Ladies Aid Society and Mission Circle. Okay, and teaches the Sunday school. Used to teach the Sunday school. All right, in the Praise for the Lord hymnal, okay, there are 2 hymns written by her. Okay, and this is one of them. All right, and the composer again, he's no stranger to us. Right, again, as we mentioned before, right, it's kind of sometimes called the Prince of Gospel Songwriters. So he's composed some 7,000 to 8,000 songs. Okay, and many of which are available in the 21st century hymnals. Alright, so in our Praise for the Lord hymnal alone, we have some 18 of his hymns featured, okay, including such familiar favorites like All Things Are Ready, God is Calling the Prodigal, I Stand Amazed, Just a Few More Days, Send the Light, and so on and so forth. Okay, and of course, this hymn 51, Arise, the Master Calls. Okay, so as you can see, this hymn is written in the key of G. Okay, there's the lone F sharp over there, key of G. Okay, so the do, the triangular note, okay, is on the note G. Okay, now the range, okay, is actually similar to the one, the hymn that we did last week. All right, and except that, you know, now we bump it up a semitone higher. All right, so the basis, okay, you go down to a G. Okay, this is a G natural, right? G. All right, and then the sopranos. Oh, excuse me. Okay, towards the end, okay, in the chorus, okay, you go up to an F sharp, right? Because it's the key of G major, so it's an F sharp. All right, so it's going to be pretty challenging, although it's just briefly, you know, just the F sharp there, over there. So again, I leave it up to the discretion of the song leaders. Okay, if your congregation happen to be having sopranos with a relatively high voice, okay, then by all means sing in the original pitch. Okay, otherwise you might have to lower it down a semitone, okay, or even 2 semitones to accommodate for that. Okay, but I suspect should be, well, maybe a semitone will be sufficient. Okay, and the basses, well, good luck, okay, in hitting that G flat, okay, of that or that F sharp. Okay, so now the time signature. Okay, it's a pretty common 6/8. So this is a compound duple, right? So 1 and 2 and. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, 2 groups of 3 quavers each. Okay, so the tempo wise, okay, as you know, even as the themes that suggest, right? Okay, so it's meant to be rather fast. Okay, so I would say Dr. Crotchet anywhere between 90 to about 110. Okay, So the mood, right, is really an energetic, rousing hymn, right, to call us to work. You know, suddenly as I was telling my team, you know, after recording this, you know, it just feel like going out to give out a track or something like that. All right, so an energetic call to work. Okay, indeed. Okay, as mentioned by Jesus, right, the fields are white, right, John 4:35. Okay, and waiting for the reapers to harvest. Okay, and suddenly we want to echo the words of Isaiah. Okay, Lord, send me. Here am I, send me. All right. Okay, in terms of technical aspects, okay, there are a couple of accidentals, okay, which we will go through in detail as we go through the parts. Okay, I think one or two of which are particularly tricky. And the other thing, of course, also is the rhythm, right? So you notice that almost the entire hymn, okay, you have that, you know, kind of like a locomotive kind of a motion, right? Arise, the master calls for thee, the harvest days are near. Okay, so it's really a very forward-moving, very energetic kind of writing that's quite ingeniously used by Gabriel. Okay, so just be careful of the timing. Okay, so in this case, this is like, you know, it's 2-1, right? So it's kind of like a more, it's not as crispy as your dotted crochet. Alright, the master calls for thee. Okay, it's not like that. Right? But at the same time, it's not straight. It's not arise, the master calls for thee, right? So there is still as a language skipping. Arise, the master calls for thee, the harvest days are here. So just be careful. But anyway, in a certain sense, it's actually easier for most of us, you know. Because of the more kind of like laid-back skipping rhythm. All right, and then of course there's the contrast between the guys. Okay, suddenly you know, it's almost like a trumpet call, right? Okay, arise. Okay, and then over on top the ladies having that same rhythmic pattern. Okay, and then in the chorus, okay, the sopranos kind of take over. Okay, while the rest of it accompaniment. Okay, the altos, you're gonna have a little bit more difficult, challenging time over here because you have basically one whole stretch of notes here without any rest. All right, so it's gonna be a little bit, you know, as what we say in Hokkien, chuan, for us to sing through. Okay. So in terms of other musical aspects, okay, just note the pauses, or rather, not the pauses, rather the towards the end, okay, maybe you want a touch of retard, okay, and then in general you want to have a little bit more articulated feel, okay, and because it's also a very fast hymn, okay, so to give a bit more articulation and punch, okay, will be more easier, okay, especially if your acoustics are a little bit more lively. All right, so let's dive into the parts. Oops. Do, mi, so. Hey, sopranos. 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes, okay. So fairly catchy tune. So do mi do la re do ti so fa mi. So do mi do la re do ti so mi re do. Okay, let's try that again with words. So 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. One more time. Okay. We just take it a little bit faster. So so. Okay. Ready? 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes, that's right. Okay. Okay, I think we'll just do the rest of the parts at the first page first. Okay, altos. Do, mi. Okay. Mi, okay, so mi, so, fa, fi, okay, so it goes up, fa, fi, right, from a C, okay, to a C sharp, okay, mi, so, fa, fi, Then la so so ti do re do. Right? Okay, one more time. Mi. 1, 2. Mi so fa fi la so ti do re do. Okay, let's try it with words. Mi 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. Yes, all right. Okay, one more time, a little bit faster. 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. That's right. Okay, so you notice, in case you're looking, right, you actually have the same kind of a rhythmic pattern here with the basses. Okay, so just sneak a quick look at your fellow brother, right? Days are here, and then of course later on the basses will have days are here. Okay, kind of like coordinate that similar pattern over there. Okay, second line. Mi, okay, similar. Mi so fa fi la so fa mi. Okay, no long ready. 1, 2. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Okay, one more time. Mi go. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes, that's right. Okay, from the top without stopping. Mi 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes, okay. So just be extra careful of the accidental. Okay, fa fi la so, and then same thing here. Okay, the second line is repeated as well. Okay, fa fi la so fa mi. Okay, good, excellent. Okay, guys. Do. Okay, tennis. Do do. Do mi do re ti re so. Okay, and then do mi do re ti do. Right, with the words. Okay, just a bit slower. Do arise the mask. Okay, 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes, that's right. Okay, one more time. Do 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. That's right. Okay, one more time in tempo. Okay, ready? Do 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes, excellent. All right, basses. Your turn. Do. Okay. Alright, so you have the straightforward do's over here. Okay, but over here it starts to get a bit complicated. Alright, so let's take it slowly. Okay, do do. Okay, so do mi. Okay, do mi fa mi re. Okay, fa re, and then go up to fi so. Okay, be careful, so do mi fa re fi so la ti do. Okay, one more time. Okay, in tempo but slower. Do mi fa re fi so la ti do. So again, as I mentioned, milk this part. Okay, go in tandem. Okay, with the altos. Okay, they are do ti do re do ya so la ti do. Okay, hey, with the words ready. Do 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. Okay, one more time. In tempo, ready, 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. Okay, second line. It's almost similar. do 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 mi fa. Okay, no, ready, 1, 2. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Okay, one more time. Do, 1, 2. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. That's right. Okay, good. Okay, from the top of the page. Do, 1, 2. Arise, the master calls for thee. The harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. Yes, excellent. All right, let's go on to the second page. Okay, so the altos, sorry, excuse me. Okay, so the sopranos, you're kind of going in parallel thirds. Pitch. Do, mi. Okay, so mi, mi, re, re, fa, fa, mi, mi, so, so, fa, fa, la, la, so, so. And then you take a word from the guys. So, 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 so. Right? And then mi, re, do, ti, la, so. Okay, let's try that. Okay, with the words. Do, mi, the no. 1, 2. The noble ranks of volunteers are daily growing everywhere. Arise, arise, then for the field prepare. Yes, that's right. Okay, so in case it could be a little bit confusing in the hymnal, okay, because there's so many parts, and different lines of text. Okay, so basically it's after you've sung this verse, okay, you go on, as I mentioned, you take over from the guys, okay, for the single word there, arise, arise. Okay, and then join back together. Then for the field prepare. Okay, one more time, sopranos. Me, 1, 2. The noble ranks of volunteers are daily growing everywhere. Arise, arise. Then for the field prepare. Okay, so just be careful of this. So, mi, re, do, ti, la, so. Okay, this is the descending scale. Okay, sometimes I've heard some variations. Okay, but as Gabriel has indicated here, okay, is so, mi, re, do, ti, la, so. Okay, and we will sing exactly that. Okay, altos. Okay, as also I mentioned, it's a parallel third. Okay, just a third down. Do, okay, do, do, ti, ti, re, re, do, do, mi, re, re, fa, fa, mi. And then so, do, ti, la, so. Sorry. So. Do, okay, so, excuse me. So, do, ti, la, so, fi, so. Okay, let's try that. Do, the noble ranks, 1, 2. The noble ranks of volunteers are daily growing everywhere, but still there's work. Excuse me. Oh no. Arise, arise. Then for the field prepare. Alright, scratch that. Excuse me about that. I was looking at the lower part and kind of got distracted by the part that the guys are supposed to sing. Okay, scratch that. Alright, one more time. Do. Okay, 1, 2. The noble ranks of volunteers are daily growing everywhere. But us arise, arise, then for the field prepare. Okay, so altos, be very careful. Okay, I apologize for that. No excuse for me. I was gonna say that it's not a part that we are used to. Okay, but again, no excuse. Okay, so don't forget. Okay, at this part over here is arise. Okay, then do, ti, la, so, fi, so. Okay, don't forget about that. Okay, gentlemen. Do. Okay, now this okay, maybe it was my fault, or rather it's at least for the perspective of Jurong, right? For the longest time, I realized that I was actually singing the wrong notes, wrong starting note here. All right, and I was, again, it's an excuse, but it's kind of a distraction from here. Okay, because especially for the basses, you got to find it a little bit challenging. Okay, why? Because you end off before on the previous page on a low do, a low G, and then you have to do a leap to do, so do, and then immediately followed by yet another leap. do sa. Okay, so do sa. So for me it was, and I'm not gonna plant a erroneous earworm in you, so I'm not gonna demonstrate that. But for me it took me a while to adjust back to the what is originally written. Okay, so just be aware, okay, because it could be tricky and a bit awkward for the basses. Okay, for the tenors, no problem, right? Because you ended with do anyway, right? So do re ti do, then very natural do sa, right? So now we are doing the tenor part. Okay, arise, and then it goes down to an octave below. Arise, then arise. Okay, so do mi so do sa, so do. Okay, so it's a very typical, it's like almost an imitation of like a trumpet or a fanfare, right? Okay, so do sa, ready, go. Arise, 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 and then mi re fa mi so re do ti. Okay, now you're supposed to sing the words here. Me, but still there's work for millions more than for the field prepare. Okay, second line, ready? Me, 1, 2. But still there's work for millions more than for the fields prepare. Field prepare. That's right. Okay, one more time from top. Do, re, go. Arise, arise, arise. But still there's work for millions more than for the field prepare. Okay. Okay, so do re do ti. Okay. Okay, basses. Okay, so you actually share the same notes as the tenors. Do. Okay, so like I said, okay, it's a little bit tricky for you to transfer from here. Okay. Do mi so. Okay. But get a far and near. Excuse me. Get a far and near. Arise, 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 and then you maintain on the do. Okay, so the tenors go up to mi, but you maintain the same do. Arise, but still there's work for millions more than for the field prepare. Okay, that's right. Second line, do and. But still there's work for millions more than for the fields prepare. Yes, okay, from the top. Do and arise, arise, arise. But still there's work for millions more than for the field to prepare. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's go back to the sobs. Okay, chorus. Okay, so now your arise is so. Okay, arise, arise, the master calls for thee. Okay, so fa mi re do. And then, okay, so in case this is the first time you're seeing all these funny squiggles over here. Okay, so when you see a kind of like I don't know what do you call that. Maybe a mustache and a mustache, kind of like a vertical mustache thingy. Alright, so this represents a crotchet rest. Okay, and when you have this figure over here that almost looks like a 7, right? Okay, this is a quaver rest. Okay, quaver and a crotchet rest. Alright, so in other words, after this, so far mi re, so far mi re do. So fa mi re do, excuse me. So fa mi re do. Okay, and then you. Okay, so sorry. So I was pointing actually to the basses here, but here it's similar to the sopranos. Do. Okay, and of course this quaver rest complements the rest of the bar. So do. So essentially you can kind of ignore it, right? Just make sure you end a little bit earlier. Okay, do, and then you start with the 1, then arise. So it's 1 and arise. Remember, it's two groups of 3, right? So it's 1 and arise. Okay, 1 and arise. Okay, 1 and arise. Arise, a faithful reaper be. Okay, so let's do it. Just for the sake. Okay, maybe and everybody can kind of join in as well. Okay, let's just speak the rhythm. Okay, so Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, arise, arise, a faithful reaper be, arise. Okay, let's try that. So we're doing 1, 2, arise, arise. Okay, this. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, arise, arise, a faithful reaper be, arise. Okay, so that is the rhythmic pattern. So after a while, you kind of get in the groove of things, and it'll be a little bit easier to handle. Okay, instead of just counting. Okay, because if you're straight counting, it can be, especially when the tempo is fast. Okay, by the time you count to it, all right, you're late. All right, so be careful about that. So you can actually, okay, for example, like the basses, the gentleman, right? You actually listen out to the sopranos. Okay, in fact, also with the altos. Well, the altos kind of give you like the, they're singing everything, so they kind of like give you the driving force there. Okay, but for us, if you're listening out to sopranos, so they are doing arise, okay, arise, 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 arise. So it's kind of like a call and answer kind of thing. Arise, 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 arise. Okay, so instead of like just strict counting, it's more of getting into the groove of the things. Okay, so okay, but we're looking at the sopranos right here. So arise, arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Okay, so the arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Okay, so just be careful of this. Okay, the rhythm is quite tight. Okay, so don't think that you have a lot of time. Huh? So only the first one. Do, re, arise, 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 a faithful reaper be. Excuse me, faithful reaper be. Alright, so be careful about this. Okay, don't get too indulgent and forget to come in. Alright, you just only have a breather before that. Okay, let's try it again. Hey, I'll try to do it without stopping the two lines. So, okay, ready, 1, 2. Arise, arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be, arise. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's go on to the end. So after your faithful reaper be, arise. Okay, don't forget, again, don't forget, you have some more words to sing. So faithful reaper be, arise. Then the field is white and days are going by. Awake, and the same thing. Awake, feast so, and answer, here am I. Alright, so this is where the song leaders will want to take a little bit of time. Okay, so fa mi re do. Okay, especially in the last verse. Okay, let's try again. The sopranos. So 1, 2. Arise, arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Arise, the field is white and days are going by. Awake, awake, and answer, here am I. Yes, that's right. Okay. Alright, altos. Okay, so altos, as I mentioned, is gonna be a little bit more taxing on the lungs, okay, because you basically have one whole string of that motivic crotchet followed by quaver motive there. Okay, so well, good thing is because it's kind of articulate, you can kind of sneak in a breath here and there whenever you run out of breath, okay, and it will be hardly noticeable. Okay, so anyway, so you have same starting note as the sopranos. Do, mi, so mi. Okay, but yours is so mi instead of so mi do. So mi do mi fa mi do ti ti so. Okay, so mi do mi fa mi do ti ti so. Okay, a bit tricky. Let's try that. So do, mi, arise. So because it's just arise, 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 arise. Okay, the master calls for thee. Alright, so while they have a breather, okay, you are singing all the time, right? So me, 1, 2. Arise, 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 the master calls for thee. That's right, got that? One more time. 1, 2. Arise, 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 the master calls for thee. Yes, okay, so a little bit tricky, but okay, I'm pretty sure you will get it, okay, after a few tries. Okay, and then after that, it will be similar to what the sopranos did. Okay, I need to wait. Okay, one and do ti ti, arise, do arise, arise, a faithful reaper be faithful reaper be. Okay, so excuse me, so apologize for that. So from here. Do ti 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 so, and then ti arise, arise faith. Okay, again be careful. Okay, don't be too indulgent. Arise, do ti do re, ti re. Okay, arise, a faithful excuse me. Ti re fa mi re do. Okay. Ti 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 re fa mi re do. Okay, arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Okay, one more time. Arise, 1. Arise, arise, excuse me. One more time. T, ready, go. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Okay, one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Arise. Arise, a faithful reaper be, arise. Okay, got that? One more time. Okay, sorry I confused you. T. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be, arise. Okay, got that? Okay, from the top of the page. So me. Okay, 1, 2. Arise, 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 the master calls for thee. Arise. Arise, a faithful reaper be, arise. Got that? Okay, quite tricky. One more time. So me, 1, 2. Arise, 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 the master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be, arise. That's right. Okay, so one of the keys that you have to find your anchor points. So for example like this, okay, if you know that you have a problem finding the T, okay, remember the T that you sung previously. Okay, mi do, then mi do ti 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 so ti so. Then go back to ti ti arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Right. So these are some of the pillars that you need to look for. Okay, to identify. Okay, let's carry on. Again, same. So mi, do mi, fa mi, do mi. So now it's white. Okay, the field is white, is white. Okay, and then T, and then you have the T. So this is F sharp, right? Because of the G major. T, then you have F natural. So T, te, do. Okay, so be careful of this. Okay, this is a bit tricky. Okay, so mi, do mi, fa mi, do mi. Ti te, okay, ti te, do. Okay, very tricky. Okay, one more time. So mi, ready, 1, 2. So mi, do mi, fa mi, do mi, ti te, do. Okay, got that? Okay, so this is the first tricky bit here. Mi ti, okay, mi do ti te, do. Okay, so be careful about that. Okay? It's gonna sound very weird, especially if you're singing alone. Alright, but yeah, it will blend in nicely. Okay, one more time with the words. Ooh, excuse me. Do, so mi, do mi. Okay, 1, 2. The field is white, the field is white, and days are going by, arise. Okay, so quite tricky, and it's also a tongue twister, right? So The field is white. The field is white, and white and okay, white and days are going by. Arise. Okay, so and be careful where you go up. So te 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 do do. Days are going by. Arise. Okay, one more time. The field. Ready, go. The field is the field. Excuse me. Ready, go. The field is white, and days are going by. Arise. Okay, okay, quite tricky over here. And then go on. Fa mi, re mi, do ti do so. Okay, so altos, I think you have the most difficult part of all. Okay, so again, one whole string without any breath to take. Okay, and that's immediately after this whole stretch here as well. Okay, so this last whole bit here, you've got to find your pockets of place where you can take a breath. Okay, so let's take the second line. So do fa, okay, awake, fa mi, re mi, do ti do so. Okay, with the words fa mi. Ready, 1, 2. Awake, and answer, here am I. Okay, quite a bit of mouthful. It's a bit tricky, right? One more time. 1, 2. Awake, and answer, here am I. That's right. Okay, from top of the page. So me, 1, 2. The field is white, the days are going by. Arise, awake, and answer, here am I. Right. So now after seeing the entire stretch, now you feel the strain, okay? So yes, okay, this last page here is particularly tricky for the altos. Okay, one more time. Okay. So me, ready, 1, 2. The field is white, and the days are going by. Arise, awake, excuse me, awake, and answer, here am I. Yes, that's right. Okay, so altos, I'll leave it up to you to figure it out. Okay, guys. Okay, gotta go back to guys before they fall asleep. Okay, so arise, and then the gentleman, you answer. So for the tenors, you have me, so arise. Okay, let's double check our pitch. Oh, so arise, and then tenors go, arise, the master calls for thee. Okay, so you have the mi, re, la, so, fa, mi, and then you take over. So far. Okay, so a tricky interval, but it's really just that the ends of the dominant 7, right? So ti, re, fa. Okay, arise, then re, fa, arise, a faithful puppy, arise. Okay, let's take it from the top. Okay, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, a faithful puppy, arise. Yes, that's right. Okay, one more time, a little bit faster. Do, mi, 1, 2, 1. Arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, a faithful puppy, arise. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's carry on. Same thing. Me, so. Okay, 1. The field is white and days are going by. Arise. So again, there's no breather over here. Okay, me, so, mi, so far. Okay, let's try that. Me, so, the field. 1, 2. The field is white, the days are going by. Arise, awake. Okay, so this is a tricky bit. So you're the arise, then be so awake, and then me, so awake, and answer, here am I. Okay, let's try it. Okay, let's take it from the top of the page. Me, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. The field is white and days are going by. Arise, awake, awake, and answer, here am I. Yes, that's right. Okay, so without stopping from the chorus. No, me so. Okay, 1, 2, 1. Arise, arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Arise, the field is white and days are going by. Arise, awake, awake, and answer, here am I. Yes, that's right. Okay, so tenor again, not so easy. Okay, you got to go back and go through it a couple of times. Okay, running out of time, so let's quickly go to the basses. Do. Okay, so you have a fairly easier time compared to the rest. Do. Okay, 1, 2, 1. Arise, arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Arise. Okay, so for both times, okay, you have to wait for someone. You're waiting upon someone, okay? So arise, arise, then so do, and then now you wait for the tenors. Arise, 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 a faithful reaper be. Arise. Okay, let's carry on. Then the field is white, and the guys are going by. Arise, awake, awake, and answer, here am I. Yes. Okay, one more time from the top of the page. Do. 1, 2, 1. The field is white and days are going by. Arise, awake, awake, and answer, here am I. Yes. Alright, so let's take the chorus from the top for the basses without stopping. Do. 1, 2. Arise, arise, the master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Arise, the field is white and days are going by. Arise, awake, awake, and answer, here am I. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. So this is a little more tricky, okay, in terms of the interplay between the parts, okay, and of course the use of the rest. Okay. So do be quite careful about this, okay, and don't be distracted, and try to keep in tempo. Alright, so again, this is one of those hymns that you just got to practice a little bit more. Alright, so let's leave us with singing the hymn one more time, okay, and hopefully I'll manage to get the music to work. Okay, apologize for that. Okay, now it should work.
Arise, the master calls for thee, the harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded Arise, the Master calls for thee, the harvest days are here. No longer sit with folded hands, but gather far and near. The noble race of volunteers are daily rising everywhere. The students work for millions more, then for the field prepare. Arise, 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 the Master calls for thee. Arise, arise, a faithful reaper be. Arise, the field is wide, and days are going by. Arise, awake, 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 and answer, here am I.
All right. Okay, apologize for that. Kind of bumped the wrong key over there towards the end. Okay, so apologize for all the glitches this evening, but I trust that this has been beneficial to you. Okay, so once again, this is Singing Sunday brought to you by the Jurong Church of Christ. My name is Paul Gold. Okay, very happy to be sharing this platform with you. Okay, once again, apologize for the technical difficulties this evening. Prayerfully, by the next session, all this will be resolved. Okay, so as it is, we'd like to continue to invite you to join us in our worship services, okay, in person or online. Okay, so if in person, we're meeting at 120 Boon Lay Drive. Okay, and we also have our Bible classes for all ages. Okay, and the Bible classes actually start at 9 a.m. Okay, except for the cradle roll for the little babies, which starts at 9:30. Okay, and our worship service, will start at 10:30 proper. Okay, and as I mentioned, it will be also live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Again, please bear with us. We are still trying to get some of the bugs ironed out. I understand that this morning, in fact, yes, we were part of it, right? This has been quite intermittent, so we apologize for that. Prayerfully, next week will be better. And not forgetting, we have the midweek Bible class, which starts at 7:30 on Wednesdays. Okay, 7:30 Wednesdays, and again for all ages except for the cradle roll. Right, so if you'd like to join us, okay, do visit us at 120 Boon Lay Drive. Okay, not forgetting, we have ongoing snippets, Motivating Monday, as well as Timeless Treasures by Brother Roger Campbell. Okay, and new episodes will add at 8 a.m. Okay, every Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so do tune in. Okay, and yes, and if you'd like to be kept updated with all our streams, okay, I would like to invite you to subscribe both to our Facebook, to like our Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channels. All right, so just go to the YouTube page, click subscribe, and click on the notification bell, right, and that will inform you of our latest live posts, live streams, as well as premiere posts, like for example the Motivating Monday or Timeless Treasures. Okay, and you'll be kept abreast of other special classes that we might stream live from time to time. All right, so again, and of course, we want you to go away with any of your questions unanswered and doubts unclarified, and we'd like to invite you to organize a Bible study with us. Okay, and we'll be very happy to customize one for you. Okay, whether in person, okay, at the church building, or maybe online, if you're more comfortable with that. Okay, via any of the online platforms. Okay, but whatever it is, okay, we would like to answer your spiritual needs, okay, from the Bible. So once again, thank you so much for being with us this evening. Once again, apologize for all the technical difficulties. Glad you are sticking around with us. Okay, so continue to stay safe, keep safe, and have a great week ahead. And this is Paul Go signing out. Thank you, and have a great evening. Good night.
From dust, O God, created man.